Welcome to the Not Nerd Show. I'm Nate Heath, and we are here to help you tech better. Here with me, as always, Mr. Dave Baylor.
Hello there, Nate.
With some jazz hands. I am good. We have a little teaser. We have probably the hottest printer talk coming later in the show in the past 20 years.
Holy cow.
Best printer news in the past 20 years that we'll get to later. But I do have, I have a hat on.
Yeah,
we are recording this on July 9th. Do you know what happens in 2 days, Dave?
9th. It's the July 11th.
It is the July 11th, which is also 7-Eleven Day.
There it is.
Some official 7-Eleven merch.
Man, you have a hat for everything.
Just about. There was something the other day that I couldn't think of a hat to wear, but yeah, I that's my goal, to have a hat for every occasion. But yes, reminder, Thursday, July 11th is Free Slurpee Day, which is very helpful, as you alluded to, because today it says 98 degrees on my computer. I know it was above 100 earlier, and we've got a little bit of a heat wave going here in the Pacific Northwest, and I think just about everywhere.
Yeah,
it's pretty hot right now.
It's pretty hot. I don't
have
all my fancy stuff set up today, so it's
97.
High of 103 today.
Yes.
So it's 87 in my studio.
Yeah. So we will keep the show moving because Dave might start melting by the end of it. But a couple other notes.
We missed it.
Our arrival.
We missed it.
Mrs. has arrived in the Nissan.
Yeah.
Look at that sweltering heat out there. Pavement is melting.
Hey, Mrs., we just started. If you want to come say hi to everybody on internet land.
Live show.
She doesn't.
She's not interested.
No.
But yes, so heat wave, Slurpee Day. Also, yesterday was your birthday. Happy birthday.
It was. Thank you very much.
And then the nice thing is mine is about 3 weeks prior to yours, and you didn't get me anything. So I didn't want to make you feel bad, Dave, if I got you something. So out of courtesy to you, I did not get you a birthday gift.
Well, thank you. I do not believe really... I mean, I participate, but I don't like giving gifts just for the sake of giving a gift. Yes. So the years that I find something that I think that you would enjoy, those are when I give you a Christmas present or a birthday present or whatever, because I just don't want to contribute to rampant consumerism just for the sake of...
I don't have much stuff, Dave.
I know. That's why it's only every couple of years.
Yes. And another note, speaking of dates, next week, July 16th and 17th is Amazon Prime Day. And I came across today a link that they have some early deals going, and the AirPods Pro. Oh, no, just okay. Sorry, I saw a different deal at a different point. The AirPods 2, I think those ones are down to like $69. The AirPods Pro 2 with USB-C, the latest and greatest, they were on sale for $169, and the AirPods Max are down to $399. So if you're looking to get some AirPods right now over on Amazon Prime, would be a good time to do that.
Someone on Facebook Marketplace was selling an unopened box of AirPod Pro 2s with the USB-C.
Yes.
And case with a speaker. And I was like, I got to have those, but I really want to wait for the AirPod Pro 3s to come out. The 2s came out like 2 years ago.
Yeah.
And I have the ones.
Well, yeah, and then they switched to the USB-C case, but there have been some rumors, and we don't cover rumors a whole awful lot, that the next ones will have some sort of infrared or some sort of distance sensor, some sort of motion sensor within the AirPods that would maybe go with the Vision Pro or other VR stuff. Yeah, I saw something about it, but I'm not sure when those will come. But yeah, the current lineup of AirPods are on sale. So head over to notpicks.com and I'll have links in the show notes to those products. so that you can go through our affiliate account, which we always appreciate.
Yes, I would love
Yes.
it.
And also, if we get through the show real quick, I know everybody was real hot on our hot dog talk. I do have some updates after the 4th of July on hot dog eating competitions. So let's speed through everything else.
Well, before we do, I want to ask, how long did it take you to build your igloo?
Oh, yes. It took me about 10 seconds, thanks to ChatGPT. I asked it, I figured out, because I first asked, build me an office in an igloo. And after our conversation last week, where it cannot build an office without a desk, I said, build a 80s man cave inside of an igloo, because I knew you were going to be very warm. So I thought maybe with having ice here,
yeah,
it'll cool you off.
Visual stimulus does help regulate your body temperature. I don't know how it works, but it always feels like that.
Put a blanket on or something to a jacket. But yes, so that I am in my igloo, and we are going to get on to our main topic. So this one, I wanted to give an update. Number one, Threads from Meta just turned 1 year old. Now this, if you remember a year ago,
so fast.
I know. A year ago, it was the fastest social media to ever get 100 million users, and it was going to kill X, and it was going to just be the next best thing, because, you know, we all love Mark Zuckerberg and want more best things from Mark Zuckerberg. Well, there was, I have an article in the show notes that they have hit 175 million with an M active users. After 1 year. So they had the extreme fast growth, and then it's been a little slower, but they do continue to grow. But that made me curious to see where X was, and I didn't find. I did a very quick search. Didn't find official numbers, but there was kind of a snarky article from Elon Musk who published, and he can't lie, right?
Not that guy.
He said at the end of May that X has 600 million monthly active users, about half of which use the platform every day. So,
well, so let's call that 300 million then.
Yes.
175 to 300 is 125. I mean, well, another year.
The Threads was the monthly average active users for the 175 million. So the monthly is 175 to 600. So almost 4x.
I see.
Which I think the Meta properties have like multiple billions of coverage on there. But, you know, a year ago, everybody was saying Elon Musk is diving X in, well, it was Twitter, I think, still at that point, into the ground, but it's still growing along. They've added 50 million more users in a year.
So what has your Threads usage been?
My Threads usage, I think I mentioned this at some point before, I count as a monthly active user because I will accidentally open the app because it's near other apps that I use, or I'll be in Instagram and accidentally click on a Threads link, because one of the advantages is they can use Facebook and Instagram to heavily promote Threads within those apps. So I did spend some time on it today. It feels a lot like Twitter, feels a lot like Instagram.
Feels a lot like a Mastodon, because it is Mastodon.
Yes, they are federated now with that whole thing that's really confusing. What's your Threads usage?
I might turn it on once a month. So I might be a monthly user.
You're another. Yes, the feels like daily active users would be a much more interesting, or some sort of standard that could really give you a better idea of who doesn't accidentally open it once a month, or who just kind of casually checks in. But yeah, I was looking on there. It was interesting. Tyler Stallman, who we've talked about, amazing video guy, does a lot of great videos. I saw some of his posts on Threads, and I was like, well, does he post these on X? Because I see stuff from him on X. he posts different content on X and on Threads. Feels like he maybe does more of his casual stuff on Threads if he's trying to use that the most.
He's just
And
recognizing he
then,
has different audiences on each
yeah,
platform.
and then posts maybe his content, which he probably posts everywhere, like most people do. But yeah, I think Threads is an interesting thing. Dave, I am hearing some noise, and you are more than fine to have a fan on because it's so stinking hot in
I
there.
do.
I
I was
just
going to
want to
mention
make sure.
earlier, I am
Okay.
not turning my fan off.
No, do not. It is not a bad amount of sound.
I will move my mic though, so it's not turned that direction.
Turned that direction. But yeah, so a couple other things on Threads and X. Somebody was discussing it, might have been This Week in Tech. They were talking about Threads and the 1-year anniversary. And they said that they are really going with almost an anti-politics stance where you can post it on there. It just doesn't, that's not what they try to promote. They try to promote other things like tech or, whatever it is that you're into following. So their algorithm kind of demotes political talk just because they kind of have that tight rein on things. Whereas X, the goal is free speech platform, as Elon would tell you.
Well, I would say, I wonder if Threads is a reaction to Facebook, being party to genocide and starting wars, that maybe Zuckerberg's like, oh, maybe we
can do a little cleaner one over there. But we talked about this a little bit ago and you were intrigued by it, but the community notes feature on X, which I absolutely love, where they have community sourced notes that will show up on tweets to correct information in tweets. Well, at the time we talked about it, I hadn't gotten access, but I now have access. I'm part of the community notes program. Now, I don't believe they do give you, and I just wanted to explain how it works a little bit to people. So you apply, and then it took several months. And then I got a note, hey, do you want to be a part of the community notes? And I mean, they have thousands of users that use this. And then if somebody has created what they think should be a good community note to go on a post, it goes into a system where then all of the community notes users, when you're scrolling through it, say somebody has suggested a community note on this post. And so then I see that, I can go into it, I can read what somebody has written, and there's often multiple of them. You can see, does this seem accurate? Is it a good source? Is it directly, doing the post? Does the post need a community note? If it's satire, if it's sarcasm, and there's actually a system in there where people can add reasons why it doesn't need a community note. And I think it is really well done. Now, could the system be gamed? Yes, it can be, but then it can also be removed after it shows up. Like Elon Musk has had a couple of community notes. The president has had some across the board. And there's actually accounts you can follow that will show you different tweets that you wouldn't normally see that have had community notes on it.
My question would be, can Elon Musk or anyone at X override community notes? Let's say an overwhelming number of people say, no, this scientific fact is incorrect, but like he personally believes it's not incorrect. Can he go in and change that? And
I don't believe so. I believe it is kind of open source so that it is transparent of how it works. Now, maybe if there was something that there's got to be a big red button somewhere to remove one. I mean, they have the capability to do it, but it is not designed to do that. And naturally, once it gets enough votes to show up on the tweet, we will call it, that then everybody gets to see it, but then everybody has the chance to vote it if it's incorrect. So you would have to have the majority of Twitter. And you'll see some just silly ones when I go into the different ones people have proposed, and those ones just never show up. It's usually like has some really good sources, really clear language, that shows up. So I firmly believe that the community notes is the way to go. You'll remember Facebook had some third-party fact-checking company that could just decide what was able to be seen or what got a note on it, and it was like kind of just whatever this company we hired decides, where this one is a wide range of people from all over the X sphere.
I don't know. Do we want to have users deciding on things like that? Because we've had the populace decide who our political candidates should be.
Yes, yes.
And
Well,
we haven't
yes,
done so
as
well.
far as
there.
you can trust the population, that's probably, I think, I'll say this, it is not perfect, but I think it is a very well implemented system for trying to get context around tweets, especially going into elections, major world things going on. Like, even if it's, you'll see these war videos and it's like, this was today in Ukraine. And somebody will post, no, this was actually 2019 in Crimea, the Donbass region from this skirmish, whatever it is, with a link to the original
That's
video.
good because people post all kinds of garbage.
Oh, it is so bad that you just see these videos and it's like, oh, this is what's happening today. And it's like, no, it's not. Get a grip. But yeah, so I just wanted to spend a little time talking about, I don't have much to say about Threads. I don't use it much, but X, I do like it. And I've famously said for many years, if you're not on X, don't join. But I really find a lot of value in it just because I don't know if they call it the For You page like other services do, but whatever my algorithm is, I see such a range of information. I see stuff I want to see. I see contrary opinions to things I believe. I see what's going on. I can quickly catch up on what's going on in the world.
I usually just stick to people I follow.
Yes.
Like if I don't follow you, I kind of don't want to see the other garbage because it's heavily promoted and advertised, and you should follow these guys, and I don't want to see.
Yes, there is some of that. So not a perfect service, but X is not dead like everybody said it would be a year, and Threads just keeps plugging along. So who knows where we'll be in a year after an election and whatever else 2024 might bring. But yes, after that happy note, let's move on to a much happier note. Dave's pro tip of the week.
Yes, Mr. Nate. This
affects my speech.
Yeah, this is a quick tip that I found. I think it was on Reddit. Somebody said, "Hey, there's always these people. I'm new to iPhone. What should I know?" It's like, well, you could read the 12,000 other posts that people ask the same question, but here we go again.
Their moment in the limelight.
Yeah, so one guy copied and pasted a bunch of stuff that he had posted formally to answer the same question that had been asked 5,000 times. And it was a tip to quickly turn off your flashlight. Now, this probably isn't an issue that a lot of people have, but so the flashlight.
Yeah.
When it's on your home screen, you have to kind of press.
Yeah, it's kind of a weird...
Press and hold, and then it does a vibration
feature. Did you put the new beta on?
I did. Did you see the
interface that showed on the screen where you can adjust the light?
Yeah. Well, I mean, we can discuss.
Sorry, go with your tip first.
Yes.
Yeah, there's a little nice interface.
The problem I'm having is that the Face ID is not seeing my face, and so it's turning off. It's because I have attention aware.
Yes, when you show the camera, you can't see the...
Yeah, so, see, it's got attention aware. But anyway, you have to go back in there and you have to aim for the thing and you got to hit it and it's like, come on, just turn off. So the tip was, when you have the flashlight on like I do, you remember the camera right down here. You can press the camera icon to turn it on.
Yeah.
But you can also swipe this way to turn the camera on. Well, the tip is, if the flashlight is on, you can just, let me do it again. You don't even have to, so let me turn it on. You just can do this and it turns the flashlight off.
Oh, that is huge.
So you just barely move it. Let's try it again.
Yeah.
So there it's on. And I'll just
and this,
barely
folks,
move it.
is why you need to be watching on YouTube. Like, subscribe, hit that bell.
Yeah. So that's the tip. Barely swipe to the left to get the flashlight to turn off.
Oh, so much easier. Yeah. For whatever reason, that home screen flashlight button, it does not work as well as you would hope it would.
And what I hate about it is that when it's in control center, you don't have to hold and do all that stuff. You just tap it and it turns on.
Yeah.
It's just
and it's got
easy.
the new interface, but it would have like the different levels that would pop up when you do it through control center.
But this one, it's like, see, I'm tapping it. It didn't turn on. Tapping it does nothing. You have to click and hold, which is so stupid. Come on. Why did
Come on, Apple.
Come on.
Come on, Apple. Yes. Anyway, now you have a way to make it easy.
Well, turning it off, turning it on, still a struggle.
Yes.
And don't forget, you can use your voice to turn it on. Or you can set up a back tap shortcut. Or if you're on a Pro device, 15, you can set it to your action button if you wanted to do that. So,
yes. Now, the back tap thing, I turned that on when it first came out. And I turned it off, and then I was like, I'm going to turn back on, and it's set to my camera. My camera app just opens up randomly
all the time.
It's like, if I just move my hand just right, that counts as 3 taps. But then if I try to do 3 taps, it doesn't work. So that whole back tap thing is not my favorite thing in the world.
It's designed for people who have mobility issues.
Yeah.
And so imagine if you're maybe in a wheelchair and you have limited mobility, you're not going to be throwing your phone all over the place. It might be even mounted on a little arm where you can reach up and go tap, tap, tap versus trying to do all this stuff.
Yes.
So it's kind of a hack to use it to begin with. But.
Yes, for me, not something, it is more accidental than purposeful because I forget that I even have that feature until it does it errantly. Well, with that, it is time for everybody's favorite segment, Just the Headline.
Yeah, I'm so sorry we missed Val on.
Oh, I see the neighbor.
Oh,
is that a neighbor there walking down the street? You're always curious who's out walking when it's 100 degrees.
I don't think that's maybe it's a neighbor a few houses down.
Oh, random people in your neighborhood? Call the HOA.
The people in your neighborhood.
Nice.
That person.
Well, with that, let's get to Just the Headline. HomePod saves family's life after dog starts fire in kitchen.
Come on, dog. A teen tech whiz nicknamed God's Influencer will become the first millennial saint.
Saint Riz. Japan introduces enormous humanoid robot to maintain train lines.
That sounds terrifying. Kien, the most delayed video game in history, released after 22 years.
Earth's core has slowed so much it's moving backwards, scientists confirm.
I'm a little skeptical about that. Japan declares a victory in effort to end government use of floppy disks. And everyone liked that.
Yes. And those are just the headlines. Yes.
Production note.
Yes.
Production note. I think I might have blown out my speaker here a little bit. So sorry about that. I got excited.
Yeah, it happens. It happens. Well, let us move on to our takes of the week. And we're going to start off with that exciting printer talk. You've been waiting for.
I can't wait.
You had to wait 25 minutes for us to get to the hot printer talk.
I didn't read the notes really at all this week. And so this is new to me.
Yes. HP discontinues online only LaserJet Best Buy ad went over the headline.
Not on my side.
LaserJet printers in response to backlash. Instant ink subscription gets the boot too. Thank you, people, for speaking up.
I thought this was going to be new news. They're basically just reverting back to the way it always used to be.
Yes, but they got rid of this thing, which was the direction that we were thinking all printers were going to be. So the online only, I was a little confused. Those printers had to be connected to the internet at all times so they could communicate with HP servers to work.
That is ridiculous.
Yeah, so they discontinued those. And then the other ones is where you had to subscribe to HP Ink. So they were tracking how many times you printed and would just automatically send you ink. What? HP,
who thought of this? Who thought of this?
The
that
accounting
should
department
be fired.
Probably the board looking at the stock pricing. How can we get in on the subscription game? But yeah, so
I would rather just never print anything again.
I know. It is frustrating. Printers are evil, but this was a little bit of good news that they're going. HP has realized that we ain't down with that they need to fix themselves.
I had to
check
be honest
themselves before they wreck themselves.
I got to be honest. I was hoping it was like Apple, Google, Microsoft, HP Meta all get together and fix the terrible printing cups, Rastar, whatever printer system we've had for 50 years. That's awful.
And drivers and
it's just, come on. Can someone come in this space and innovate, please?
We're gonna, here we go. Heath Baylor, 24, vote for us, independent nerd party, that we're starting the nerd party right now. Our entire platform, fax machines and printers are banned.
I like it, except for it should be Baylor Heath 2024.
Oh, yes. Cool. I couldn't remember your last name for a second, so I had to say mine first. I could remember my last name.
That's good. So let's take a quick sidestep here. If you and I were to run for office, which one of us would be president and which one of us would be vice?
I'll give it to you. Well, I'll give you president. You're a little more regal.
I don't know.
And you're a Regal Cinemas card holder, aren't you? So that gives you more poise.
Here's the thing, though. I like working in the background, solving problems, and not really being out in the front. And you're more of a people person, so
yeah.
We'd have to discuss
with
this.
The mustache, that probably would be better on the lawn signs.
Yeah.
So let us know in the comments.
Yeah.
Who should be president and who should be vice president for the newly formed Nerd Party. And I will remind people, we are the most nonpartisan tech podcast on the internet. So we've been using the music for years. We're ready for this. Why didn't we think of this until now?
I don't know. Printers. And don't forget to like and ring that bell.
Yeah.
I just wanted to click the
donate to our political PAC.
You could support us by becoming a Patreon member.
Yes, all of our fundraising will be via notpicks.com.
Only affiliates.
Amazon affiliate links. So
that would be the slowest money raising in history.
Yes. And after good news in technology, we have this next one. Google Maps tests new pop-up ads that give you an unnecessary detour. Now, there was an update with a statement from Google Maps, but I don't believe it. But there was a guy that saw he was using Google Maps, driving along his route, wherever his destination was. And there's a screenshot down the page there a little bit. The next image there, where Royal Farms, a sponsored ad, came up and said, ad stop.
Oh my gosh.
Google says that this is not what they do, and so who knows? It could be false information, but
I wonder if that's part of the ad. Like, is it just a picture?
So I think it pops up with the thing because it says ad stop, and so you're driving along the freeway, and it said, "Oh, did you want to stop by Royal Farms?"
But is the ad stop and cancel button just an image?
Well, I
Pro-
think his impression was that it was to do a quick detour to Royal Farms, that would just
yeah.
pop up randomly and try to get you to go
Yeah,
there,
but
but
regardless, it's just terrible. You don't
not
want that
not a
popping.
good
What if you're
use
like looking
case.
for a turn and that thing pops up and you miss your turn
Yeah,
and then you hit the car next to you and come
yeah,
on.
yeah.
Come
So
on, Google.
Google's official statement back, promoted pins and navigation are not new. They let people see relevant ads for businesses like gas stations, restaurants, and stores along their route. To avoid driver distraction, these ads do not pop up, expand only if they're tapped on, and disappear quickly after a short time. So, Anthony Higman on X spotted the new ad format. So this could be a case of he's trying to trick us or something weird happened, or it could be the case of Google was trying something out new and got caught and quickly are backtracking like HP did. So,
Hmm. I'm
but yeah, that would be really
inclined to
annoying
believe the
to be,
latter.
yeah, to getting ads on your Google stuff. But some even better news, Dave. Now, you were worried about the Affinity suite of design products.
Still
Um,
worried.
was still worried because they were purchased by Canva, but they have now, you can get 6 months free trial through Affinity of their 3 different apps.
Why
So
would I want that? Do I have to then subscribe to it?
it's still a one-time purchase. For customers who want to make a purchase, the apps are currently available with a 50% discount, but they have extended into a 6-month free trial. And I forget, how much do they cost?
Well, you can get like
Um,
all of them for like $80 sometimes when they go on
yeah,
sale.
buy now. So it is a one-off payment. You can get Photo 2 for $35, or you can get the universal license with
There
the
it is.
designer, photo, and publisher for $82.99. And
That's
they
the one
say
I
that is for
have.
life. Yeah, I
Mine was
have that as well.
70 something.
But if you are into design stuff, ever do any design stuff and want to try out the Affinity stuff, I really like it. Dave is concerned that since Canva owns them, that they'll move to a subscription. But there it is, right there on the website. All apps, all platforms, no subscription. So
We'll see how long
they
that
would,
lasts. So for those of you, I mean, I'm just gonna go. I'm gonna call you a coward. If you now, Nate, I'm not talking to you because you have Affinity products.
yes, and several other products.
If you refuse to move away from Adobe products to switch to Affinity or something else that doesn't have a overbearing subscription and
Yes,
maybe potential privacy concerns, who knows? Um, then I think you're a coward. Lazy coward. I'm saying
yeah,
it because so many people are like, oh, it's just easier just to use what I've been using and paying. You have no excuse now. You have 6 months to download these tools, to try them
yeah.
out, maybe use them, and then you could save hundreds of dollars a year, maybe thousands of dollars a year just by not feeding the cancer that is Adobe. But
Yes. Yeah, the 82.99, that would be like a month and a half of Adobe Creative Suite if you're
yeah,
paying the full price.
and those tools
But
are fantastic.
yes, the only advantage I give Adobe at this point is
The
their AI
AI stuff.
generative
Yeah.
stuff that is really, but there's other ways to work around that. And
Well,
but
and I'm
if you
thinking
do
if
layout stuff, because the publisher is really good if you ever do print. If you're still using a printer, which you won't do
mm,
after this election,
nope,
but
not
the
once we
designer
get in the
is
office.
like for vector artwork, and then a really good photo tool. So another big plug, we've done it several times for Affinity from Serif .com. Some
Yeah.
really great products at a really great price and one less subscription in your life, which is really nice.
Yep.
Uh, so I should, and it is Mac, Windows, and iPad. So they have all 3 platforms. I should recommend this to
No
people that
Surface Pro?
podcast. Surface Pro would work under the Windows.
Oh, no
Win-
Android tablet? Oh,
no,
no
no Android.
Linux? Come on, you said all platforms.
Yes, the 3 majority platforms
Okay.
there. But yeah, that's a really, really good deal. And yeah, 6-month trial. Why wouldn't you? Why
Why not?
wouldn't you? In the next one, we have a security and privacy story. My oft-touted Authy, which is the app that I use for most of my two-factor authentication codes,
Mm-hmm.
because it's cross-platform and works really nicely. Authy exposes phone numbers of 33 million with an M users. They have confirmed.
This reminds me, when I stop using a service, I need to go into that service and delete the account.
Oh, yeah, yeah,
You know what I mean?
that's a nice little pro tip.
Yeah, because I've used Authy, I've used LastPass, I've used 1Password, but I decided to use Bitwarden because I think
Yeah,
it's the most secure, best of
yes.
the bunch. So why am I keeping those other accounts around? That is dumb. It's a security risk, just as we've seen from this story right here.
Yeah, and so the thing they're talking about in the article that's the problem is they know 3 things about you. They know your phone number, that you use two-factor, and that you use Authy. So that makes it very easy for them to send you a text message and say, "Hey, this is Authy. It looks like somebody accessed your account. Click this link and put in your information." And if they get your Authy information, they still don't have your passwords. That's why I like using Bitwarden for passwords and Authy for the two-factor codes, because it splits those two items away. Because if I had everything in one account and then they got access to that somehow, at least with this, I still have some protection. But it's a great reminder. Always look at what you're clicking on, what links, what text messages you're getting, what emails, and be aware. Always be aware.
Always assume everyone is out to get you when you're online, and it'll
Yes.
help you.
Yes.
Be
Well,
paranoid.
be paranoid. Yes. Wear your tinfoil hat
Oh
at
shoot,
all
I still haven't
times.
made one of those.
Yes.
That might have
Yes.
cooled me
A
down today.
very, very official tinfoil hat there.
We
Uh,
need to get t-shirts with the tinfoil
yes.
hat.
I need to get a trucker hat that just says tinfoil hat on it. That's what we need to do.
Nice.
But yes, let's cleanse our palate after that with our bonus odd take and go back to a simpler time, which was 30 years ago, 1994.
Man,
What?
I was like 5 years old.
Yeah, yes, that's how it works. And this is from Fast Company. What the internet looked like in 1994, according to 15 web pages born that year, 30
Mm.
years ago. The web was, I mean, just barely, barely beginning. I think it was 94 that we had it at our high school. And it was like, what is this thing? The
At
World Wide
college,
Web.
it was in 1992 or 3 when
You
I
guys
first
got
was
it.
exposed to it.
Yeah, yeah. So then web pages started taking over, and we've got Netscape's homepage in there. We've got this
Where's
is a
the Oh,
long
here we go.
article. Yeah.
Look
Oh
at
man,
that.
wasn't it a simpler time?
And you can tell, oh, I thought that was on Windows because the font rendering was horrific. But
It
no,
is
that's
on the
on
Mac.
Mac.
That's the web in 1994. But yeah, and then you can go down. We've got well.com with their Woodstock, the Woodstock 94 Internet Multimedia Center, which multimedia had a very different term. You weren't watching many videos on the internet back
No,
then. You'd get one tiny
animated
JPEG
GIFs
and
at
maybe
5 frames per second.
MIDI sound file.
Oh, I love
Uh,
MIDI files.
yes. And then we've got the whitehouse.gov page. We'll be bringing that one back
I
once we're allowed.
remember that.
Yeah, with the little gold seal at the top, the guest book. Back
Yeah,
when websites all had guest books on them.
you could sign it,
Ah,
which, I mean, why?
who was the president in 94? Clinton.
I was going to say, I remember it being Clinton, but
Yeah. Oh, family life at the White House page. There's the Clintons.
What's new?
Oh, and then
Publications.
more Clinton, but man, they really spent a lot of time on the White
Oh,
House
here we go.
coverage.
Look at that family. And there were pictures, and look how the
Yeah.
images are just not in line at all. They're
Yeah,
just
just
anywhere.
wherever they go, wherever you put that href code in there, that's where it shows up. We didn't have, I don't think CSS
No.
even existed, which is what helps you with all the layout of web pages. What else we got? We got Yahoo, the original. So the Yahoo is fascinating because that was the original directory that everybody used. So if you look at art, there was 466 websites under the art category.
Now there are
That's it.
millions.
Yeah. Business 6,426. I remember in those days it'd be like, oh, I really like this company. I'm going to see if they have a website. Nope.
Nope.
Send them a letter.
And one thing I picked out right away is they don't have the exclamation point on Yahoo.
Oh.
What was going on there?
They probably couldn't do it back then. It probably didn't
wasn't
handle exclamation points.
It cost extra.
Yes, there was 23,836 entries in Yahoo. So 24,000, the size of, what is that, like Tualatin and Sherwood population. That's how many websites. I mean, now there's that many just for, I don't know, what topic could you narrow down to 25,000 websites about that topic?
It's amazing.
Yeah. Different
Crazy.
time. Microsoft's original website.
That is horrible.
Oh,
being an Apple guy, I don't think I ever went to that in '94.
Yeah. Yep.
What in the world?
Oh, there's a picture of the server and the webmaster here at Microsoft. So yes, one person, the webmaster, and a server.
And the server the size of 1.5 people.
Yes. Yes. Oh man.
Now there's complete buildings with solar panels and air conditionings with servers in them.
Oh, we've got, and it goes and goes, the Pizza Hut, the Olympics, IBM, Time Warner's Pathfinder, the first banner ads. This is an extremely long article, but it is, especially if you are on the internet, the amazing fish cam, the first webcams in 94. So you were getting a little video, but the quality was Atari-like.
So you could go to the Wayback Machine.
Yes.
And get something similar on archive.org.
Yeah.
I'm going to try something here real quick.
Yeah.
I'm going to go to the wayback.archive.org and I'm going to type in notnerd.com.
See if it's indexed us.
Fail.
At any time. Oh.
It's not indexed. We've seen this one before. Oh, wait. Maybe I'm doing something wrong.
Show
Apple's
results.
not in there. What's going on?
Oh, we do show up on the Internet Archive.org under the Mac Geek Gab podcast when they mentioned us. That one has been archived. So
I wonder why the Wayback Machine's not working for me. It's probably my
ad blockers and stuff. Everything.
Yeah. But anyway, the way it works,
it only comes up with that one episode from 2022 when Mac Geek Gab, which is a much larger podcast that's been around for 20 years or something.
But what you can do when it works is go to a website and then just go back in time to see what it looked like.
Previous versions. Yes,
that's a lot
very
of fun.
cool.
Thanks for finding that.
Yeah, it was. I think I found that via our off-sided key.org, who posts a lot of great internet finds. So I thought I'd share. I'm
so surprised that you got something from Kotkey.
Yes, indeed. Well, you know what you shouldn't be surprised about?
What's that?
Our picks of the week.
Nailed it.
Nailed it.
Well, my pick this week. So my family and I are going to Arizona later this year
Oh, yes, where it'll be
to
even hotter than
celebrate.
here.
Yeah, it's about the same temperature there. To celebrate my mother, who is not from there. None of us are from there, but that's where we're going. That's where we're going to spend time. And previous pick of the week, my CV
Yes.
E10. I'm going to be taking this sucker. Now, I'm
Nice.
filming with one right now, but
Yes.
I picked up a
That's
second
why
one
you have
because
one.
I'm independently wealthy.
Yes, yes, you are.
And Nate reminded me that a new one's going to be coming out, maybe even tomorrow.
Tomorrow morning is the announcement. I did confirm. Wednesday at 7 a.m. Pacific, Sony is holding an event to release the new version.
I'm guessing it's
Uh,
going to be 8 or 850.
8 or 850.
Yeah.
We will see.
The current one's like
Next
7
week, we will do some
something.
follow-up on the Sony
Yeah.
EV Mark II, EV10 Mark II, see how different it is from yours.
But that's not my pick. My
No.
pick is this
Oh,
strap.
strappy strap.
I picked up one from Peak Design, and if you know anything about Peak Design, you know that their products are a little spendy,
Yes,
but they
the
actually,
highest high quality in engineering. They do such a good job.
yeah. So this particular strap has a quick clip that you can release and then slide. Well, I knew how to work it right. I'm grabbing the wrong thing. I'm grabbing on the thing that's supposed to slide. So anyway, you can slide it to change the length, and then you just snap it right back down, and it's locked in place, and it won't.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah. So, and it comes with their quick. You press this button in, and then it comes
Boom.
out. There's a little knob, and it's got this quick clip indention. You just stick it in there, locked. So I got
awesome.
one there, and then it comes with a bottom mount, because you could put the strap on this side
Well,
and on this side, but when you hang it on your hip or your back, it's your camera's hanging like this, and you're going to knock your lens into everything. So if you put one on the bottom, it hangs it like this.
Nice.
This will be up against your back or your hip, so that the camera is vertical, so it doesn't bang into stuff.
Yeah.
So this is what I mean. I looked at a lot of reviews, and I looked at a lot of products, and since it was my birthday, I decided to treat yourself and just get one that I know works and that a lot of people enjoy and swear by. So I should be able to use that for years and years to come.
Very nice. That is a cool strap. Well, my pick of the week is also photography, videography, camera related.
I forgot to show you.
Yeah.
That's what it looks like.
$60. That's not bad for such a high quality strap.
It's really nice, and it comes with those accessories, which are nice.
Very nice. Well, my pick of the week, Dave, you are aware of this because I sent it to you and Wes. Oh, and a quick shout out. I actually got to see a friend of the show, Chris Kent, in person last night. He was in town from New York with his family, and a couple families got together at a park and got to see him chat a little, not nerd. So he is spending time with family, so he is not on with us tonight, but
like that's an excuse
for all your support.
Come on, Chris.
I said, well, we should have figured out a way to bring you on the live show. And I was like, it would actually be easier to bring you on the live show from New York than it would be here with our current setup. But
I guess you could sit beside me and you could stay at home.
Yes. Well, Dave, you're going to be shocked. I'm talking about a NEEWER product this week. And I shared this one with you and Chris, as I talked about. This is a dual camera phone mount. Now I have two cameras on there. I threw my Pixel 3 and my Pixel 6 on there to see. So now these things, it's got clamps. You can rotate them any direction here. You can also split. So like if you wanted to shoot yourself with this and something below you, you could do that. And I'm going to take the phones out so I can show you a little better some of the features. Really strong clamps. So the phone holders have cold shoe mounts on either side for both phone.
Nice.
It's got a nice strong tripod mount here. It's got some magnets, so it kind of keeps stuff in place. You can do it flat.
And that's an Arca Swiss plate as well.
Yes, one of those. And then it also has quarter 20s on either side if you attach some lights or things. Now, we know that I am tripod and NEEWER heavy, but this was one of those things where it showed up on my Facebook feed with a 50% off coupon. It's all metal, really well built. So I was like, hey, there might be some times when I want to film with multiple cameras. So I picked it up and it cost me, it was $15, which
wow,
for any tripod mount is just stinking crazy. But it's currently $29.99 with a 20% coupon and a 10% brand promotion. So it's 30% off. So that would be $20 right now. But one of the images they show is with you would have like a teleprompter app on the one phone and then the other phone filming you. What else do they show as options? You've got the video going on up there, vlog shooting, dual phone shooting, real-time monitoring, reading lines, the teleprompter. So really, I need to come up with a reason and shoot a video that uses it because I'm excited to have this in my arsenal of all things NEEWER and small rig. I have plenty of small rig.
I'm team small rig and you're team NEEWER. Remember, we were going to have this
fight.
This
I had never seen anything like this. And even like when we get the new phone, when we did our phone comparison video, being able to mount two phones like that and have them right next to each other opens up a world of possibilities. Now I just need to make time to capitalize on all those possibilities. So that, and if you would like either of our picks, you can go to notpicks.com. We will have the links there with Amazon affiliate links, so you can go purchase and support the show along with all those other picks. And we do have a Ramazon purchase this week. We have somebody purchased. I went into the anonymous reports for purchases made, and this is something that would be a very hot item this time of year. It is the Claire CL005-1 pack Jet Force Wasp and Hornet Killer 20-ounce can, 1 count, yellow and gray. I'm not familiar with Claire brand pest control things. It does have a whopping 4.6 stars on 4 ratings.
All you need to know is it says Jet Force.
Yeah, it's got Jet Force on it, and it's supposed to kill wasps and hornets. So if that was you out there, let us know how the Jet Force Wasp and Hornet Killer worked to get rid of those pesky bugs. Which
hate those things.
Yes, yes. Avoid stings where you can. But I sped us through that last part, Dave, so we could get back to some hot dog talk.
Okay.
So we talked last week. Joey Chestnut was banned from the Nathan's hot dog eating contest.
And this isn't Hugh. This is a real hot dog.
Yeah, in New York on Coney Island, the big event every year. And I had some links that I had pulled up, but I don't know where they went.
And Nate,
too many windows open.
I don't know if your computer's doing a backup right now, but you did lose a little bit of your quality, but it just happened just now.
Interesting. Let me check and see if something is just my Brave browser, but
all right.
It
might resolve itself.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I did get
it could be on my end.
Yeah, let's see if go into my Unify control dashboard and see what's going on. So back to the hot dogs.
Yeah.
So they had the Nathan's hot dog eating competition. And the winner was, I need to find that window. Maybe there we go. I found him. So the winner of the women's was Mickey Sudo, who has won the last several years. But she ate 51 hot dogs with buns in 10 minutes.
Yikes.
The winner for the men was Patrick Bertoletti, who ate 58 hot dogs and buns in the 10 minutes. Now, here's the fun part. I will put the link to this in the show notes for you from the Olean Times Herald, the oft-cited
Yes.
source there. So Joey Chestnut, since he couldn't do Nathan's, he went to Texas to an army base to do a fundraiser, and he competed against 4 soldiers. So he was eating hot dogs and buns. 4 soldiers were eating hot dogs and buns.
Okay.
Now they did a 5-minute competition. Nathan's is 10 minutes.
Broken.
Yeah, not the best. There is more ads than you can imagine. Thank you for having an ad blocker on there. So this was a 5-minute competition. You'll remember Bertoletti ate 58 in 10 minutes. In 5 minutes, I want you to guess how many old Joey Chestnut ate.
So we got Mickey got 51, Patrick got 58, and Joey, I'm going to go with 72.
Well, this was 5 minutes, so half the time.
Oh, half the time.
Yes. I will tell you, his record is 76 for the 10-minute.
Well, I was close on this record.
Yeah.
I don't know, 45.
He ate 57. He was one short of Bertoletti's 10-minute hot dog.
He could have almost got 100 probably. Given the 10.
They do slow down in the second 5 minutes. I did get to watch part of the live stream they had, and it looks like maybe they've taken the video down for now. But yeah, 57 hot dogs in 5 minutes. I think he beat the 4 soldiers by like 20 hot dogs or something.
Well, they're not professionals, so.
Yeah. But 4 of them, 4 people you'd think. So
looks like Mickey Sudo has won every year since 2014. So for the past 10 years.
Yeah. And Joey Chestnut was even longer than that. And Sonia Thomas, she's very, very good too. But she was the prior. And I think you have to go back to 2006 was the last time Kobayashi won. But we have that Netflix live stream. And I was talking to Sandy, who is a friend that follows Not Nerd on TikTok. And when she saw the stuff that I posted about that, she said, we need to do a watch party for the live show. And I was thinking, hey, we could have Nathan's hot dogs there. Yeah, let's do a big event. Oh, I got a warning on the Olean Times Herald that I only have 3 free articles remaining before I have to have a subscription to read them.
Yeah, I saw that on
all those news stories.
There's no content.
There's no content.
It just says
that
live.
Was not the best link. It was just the first one that showed up. But I think they raised over $300,000 for this military base for him going down there and doing that, which is really cool. Good on you, Joey, for finding a way to still eat a whole bunch of hot dogs.
Now, remind me in the audience why Joey was banned from this particular one. Just in a nutshell.
In a nutshell, because they say he signed a sponsorship contract with Impossible Foods for their vegan hot dogs. So somehow that violated his eligibility to be part of the Major League Eating Nathan's hot dog competition.
Well,
it all seems a little sus to me.
It does seem sus that it's like a national championship, but you can only buy hot dogs and eat hot dogs.
And I read a little bit about it. It was like, it's not like he was also doing a eating competition for them the same day or something. It's like he did a commercial for him, or which very quickly, a bonus. Buffalo Wild Wings the other day, they've been apparently on Mondays, they do unlimited wings for some price, and it was supposed to expire, and they said, hey Joey, if you come eat 200 boneless wings, we'll extend it for like another month. So I saw a video today. He went in like 38 minutes, ate 200 boneless wings at Buffalo Wild Wings. So we all get an extra month of unlimited boneless wings, which maybe we need to do a Not Nerd outing there.
Let's do that
as well. PDX Fast Foodie. Let's see if I can do 200 wings
There's no way that they're going to make money on that because I can eat a lot of wings. Last time I had wings at Famous Dave's, I had 15.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
Yeah. Let's do it. That'll be bonus content. But before I go down the PDX Fast Foodie rabbit hole any further, I want to oh, producer Todd showed up. Did I miss anything? Nate beaming in from 1993. Boy, a VHS background, a 7-Eleven hat, and hot dog talk. I missed quite the show. Yes, producer Todd, he had prior commitments this evening, but thank you for making an appearance, and the others that joined the live chat. You can always watch it later on YouTube or listen in your favorite podcast app. But man, there is an advantage to watching the video, and if you can join us live, there is an advantage to that. But yeah, producer Todd, this is in remembrance of Slurpee Day coming up on Thursday. We'll see you there. So
don't forget.
Yes, don't forget Slurpee Day. Stay cool and get out there and tech better. Snuck up on you on that one, Dave.
Yeah, I did.
But oh wait, no, just kidding.
There's not more.